shit. Hold on. There we go. Wanted to open with that. Hey, I'm here. It is Saturday night. I just streamed this last night. I'm back now because we passed the halfway point, or the halftime report for the Splatfest. I already know where my team is. I'm just gonna do like hour and 35 minutes of this mode. Maybe we'll get a tricolor battle. Maybe I'll do some pro matches. I don't know. Again, there's no real goal here. Maybe to max out my rank, but I think the real goal is just play and win a tricolor match, and do my dailies as well. And yeah, I might just do some more of this off stream. Here we go. So one thing I'm not too big on, I think I've mentioned this before, the Splatcasts during the Splatfest are still normal. In Splatoon 2, when you had Off the Hook doing the Splatfest announcement, it actually like had them on stage. I can understand them not being able to do it in the first half of this game because all three of them are separate, but I think in the second half they should have them all like perform on the float. Though I guess that would require a lot of extra programming, so probably wasn't the most viable thing. Okay, so we know what's happening. Here's the halftime report. Let's check out the halftime report. Go, Shiver, hit us with the results. It's the moment of truth, but still anyone's game. The team currently in first is... Hey, too nervous. Of course. I mean, that's my team. I should be proud of that, but... that means I'm defending. Pow! Haha! Hey! I can't believe we're not winning this one yet. Hey, great work, team. Stay focused, stay positive, and show them who's boss. Oh, it's far from over. Are you even ready for the tricolor battle? Team Fry is ready. Not that we answer to you. Alright, so we got... Well, this is going to change in 3 minutes, so it's not going to matter. But the tricolor battles will be happening here, which is one of my least... Well, that other stage was my least favorite. This stage has like raising and lowering platforms, which do count as field to cover. Animu night. Yep, tonight's Animu. I have caught up on it. Isn't it? Oh, okay, it's because I'm moving the cursor off of it. So yeah, second half they all combined the float into one big thing. And now, the tricolor battles happen. Everything can burn. Like that. Hey, what's up? The foppish dandy. Waxley is great. Desert saw the Xenosaga post person, really? How do you react to that? Oh, right, I have to mention that, because I uploaded it. I have to put a disclaimer saying that there's Xenoblade Chronicle, or Xenosaga spoilers in it. I'm in the hospital, don't fail me, Team Fire. Aw. I hope they get better. We failed you, big man. I love how we're saying we failed you, big man, even though we literally are in the lead right now. It's so weird This Tricolor Battle has gotten so much ire since this game came out because it's just so unbalanced and it pushes things so far into the other two teams' favor. He laughed at it, and that's good. All right, you can cook yummy grub. Nice. I was Team Grub. That was also a big man team. No, that was a Fry team. That still lost. All right, let's hit up the shops real quick. Oh, I gotta scan my amiibo again. Own that. Do I want the ice cream box? Sticky squid toy. Why is this mug so expensive? Deep fried schwaffle mug. Not really spending a whole lot of money on anything, especially since weapons don't cost money in this game. Makes it a lot easier to get them. That is stealth jump. But I don't know if I really need... Oh, you know what? I need to see if I have anything with stealth jump already. Airflow and hustle jacket. A little puffy. I like the gloves, though. That is good. It has intensify action. Wait, they sell the triple deck specs? I thought you could only get that from the catalog. Well, that's kind of lame. Anyway, yeah, I'm good on weapon tickets. I have 35 of them. As you saw last night, I finished getting all the tickets with all the currently existing weapons. Oh, amiibo. Where's... Oh, it's behind the float. It's hard to believe how much time I've sunk into this game already. I'm pretty sure that after this Splatfest is done, I'm probably going to be done playing Turf War. And I'll move on mostly to Salmon Run and Pro modes. Is there anything you like? Okay, so it's not ready to give me anything else, but it is a new day at this point, so it should be eligible to give me the last piece of its armor, which is the headpiece. Alright, so let's play some matches. So last time, so if you're on an offensive team at this point, you get to choose which match you want to do. But I think if you're on the defending team, yeah, your team is in first place at halftime, so you cannot select this. However, Tricolor Turf Wars may automatically trigger for you in open Splatfest battles. So essentially, I can't consent to being in one. It'll just happen automatically in Splatfest Open. I haven't done Pro yet. The only difference between these is that in Pro, only your winning scores get you anything. Open and Pro are weighted separately in the final results, but Open is a lot more lenient. I might just do Pro matches on my own. I don't really have any desire to stream that. Because the matches are no different. It's just the win condition is Auspicious Clan Blitz Enthusiast. I am neither of those. Or am I? I don't know. What does Auspicious mean? I didn't actually get rid of... Oh, yes it does, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, okay. You don't have to switch them. You can just enter and exit. So functionally, nothing should change from last night. The only difference is that I might get into the Tricolor battle, which will be very difficult because I have to defend. Oh, he's on Team Water too. Nice. My friend Hoofer's on grass. So no matter what happened, conducive to success, favorable. Oh, well, yeah, no. I'm absolutely not auspicious, then. Ha, I self-deprecated myself, and I didn't even realize it. I like words. See, that's the difference between you and I. I like numbers. I heart Germa. Nice. Cool. We got an MVP on our team right there. So yes, as I mentioned, I do still have COVID. Has not gone away yet. Probably not going away for a few days still. I definitely got it mild compared to everyone else. Like, I barely feel sick anymore, but I definitely still have it. Truth be told, it's because, like, this isn't a secret if you've been watching my streams, but fuck. I got vaccinated. I got the 4th shot, like, less than a month ago. So I'm assuming that's doing a lot of the heavy lifting at not getting me sick right now. Or sicker, at least. Oh, they're inking our territory, yet they're still in danger. We must really be pushing on them over there. And they lost someone. That might cause a disconnect at this point. I don't know what the cutoff is for when it stops disconnecting people. Or stopping a match when someone disconnects, rather. I think at this point it's 1 minute. So as long as it's under 2 minutes left, someone disconnecting is not going to affect us. Which means that if we lose, we actually don't lose points. Or however it works. I don't know. Splatfests are scored weird in terms of, like, the internal data, because I think it's based only on wins. Losses don't make you lose points. I really need to super jump more. I have not been doing that lately. Ooh. How are they in danger still? Like, I get that they have one less player, but danger has to do with territory. And we're definitely not over... Oh, maybe we are. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Nice. Okay, we definitely won that, which is nice. Alright, and look to see if I had the stealth jump equipment. Standard clout. Nice. It's like, I get people want to... I get pros there for people who want to be more hardcore about it, but, like, all the fun stuff happens in open. Tricolor battle. And the bonuses, like the 10, 15 one, 10 and 100. Oh, I don't have any stealth jump items. Huh. Alright, maybe I'll go buy those shoes after all. The truth is, though, like, again, I go for looks over the equipment. So I could always just put stealth jump on another piece of equipment that I really want, like the witch shoes. I don't even know what they're giving me right now. I think they're giving me run speed up. Fashion, yeah. Because this is the thing, normally you were limited in the other games, like each piece of equipment only had like 1 or 2 specific abilities, like a normal and a rare one. But in this game, you could actually replace the main ability if you have enough chunks. Rice cooker. The rare squid pluck. Hey, Atman. Yep. So yeah, this game is a lot more customizable, but you also you have to work for it. Like, because replacing the main ability is like 45 chunks, and getting chunks is not a quick thing to do. Like, whenever you scrub a weapon, you're only getting 3, and that's only the 3 that you have on there. So I was watching Fastest Furs the last couple hours. It's a speedrun marathon, furry-based one. They're currently raising money for the Trans Lifeline. I gotta look up the exact name of it. But Ephraim, who often stops by the stream, just did a run of Battle Network 3. He did like the time trial post-game stuff in it, and he did really well. And then I watched a Gunvolt run while I was doing some other stuff, and it was also pretty good. I played Gunvolt 1, but I just never got into any of the games after that. Like, once they started giving one of the side characters his own spin-off, I was just kind of like, I'm not really into this. I don't want to play anymore. It's not a furry. I mean, to be fair, it was less a furry thing and more a charity thing. It was nice. It's still going on, too, so when I finish my stream, I will probably, if there's, like, anyone here, I'll probably throw them a raid. Ooh. Getting pounded. Didn't have to worry about that. Nice. That's a victory sip right there. That's what happens when you go for kills instead of objective. Yes and no. I would say they're equally as important. People are always like, oh, well, it's not a game where you go to kill... It's not a game where it's based on kills. It's based on that much territory. That's true, but also, if you're not splatting the opponent, then that means they're getting the upper hand on you. In this game, it's pretty much like, if you are not taking them out, you're getting taken out. Unless you're, like, solely a supporter. In which case, like, you know, you better hope that people on your team are taking the enemy out, because then you're not going to get anywhere. Also, it's worth noting that when you splat someone else, you do get, if they're standing on their own ink, it will cover, like, a splotch around them with your ink. 10x, nice. We won a 10x last time. Did I win a 100x on stream? I don't think I did. In Splatoon 2, I know the last match I did in the Final Fest was 100x and we lost. Which sucks because even if you lose in open, where you normally still get points, they don't get the multiplier. Only the winning team gets the multiplier. There's also, I believe there's 333x in this game, which is like super rare. There's only like, apparently like 100 of them per Splatfest. Which when you consider how many people are playing how many matches, that's not a lot. I know it's like a limited amount. Oh, that was well misaimed. Big man time, yeah. That's what I'm playing for. I've played for all 3 of the characters at this point, because I was Team Rock, which was Shiver. I was Team Grub, which was Fry, and now I'm Team Water, which is Big Man. Woo, okay. He's got a special. Had a special. He's not anymore. Oh my god, I hate how long that special lasts. I'm not a fan of the long specials because I can never use them well. For me, it's always the short ones that are better. Booyah Bomb and Reef Slider. Ah, I forget you can't jump up there. People always forget to ink the warehouse over there. We're a little shooter heavy, huh? Because we got me with the arrow spray, and then we have 2 Splattershot Juniors. So, a lot of people think Splattershot Junior is like a bad weapon because it's the starting weapon. It is not. In some of the pro modes, it's like one of the best. Because it's got a very large ink tank. It gets the shield ability special. And, shit. And it just has a good, like, fire rate. It's very short range, but it's great damage output, great ink capacity, and great special. Anything with the shield is great, because if you're playing tower control, you could just pop the shield on the tower. You get, I think, like 2 less seconds. Shit. You get, like, 2 less seconds of the shield, but it's still there. So you're essentially getting, like, a free, like, 5-second advance on your tower. Also helpful in Splat Zones, too. A little less so, but... Oh my god, okay. They're all piled there. I don't think I'm getting in. I don't think there's enough time for me to get in. Oh, then ink mine. Of course, missed. Yeah, that wasn't enough. I wasn't able to push because I walked right into the mist. I think the thing that sucks is that you could be on a great winning streak, and then you get the 10x battle and you lose, and you just realize, like, wow, I lost so much progress there. Well, not lose progress, but, it's like, wow, I could have gotten so many more points there than I got, like, the other 3-4 matches I've done. Yeah, I could have gotten 9,000 clout for that. Well, more, because if I won, you would have gotten bonus. That said, it does look like 10x battle gets you more experience. For the rank. Rank only matters for you. It changes how many super sneeze. Changes how many super sea snails you get at the end. It's based on your rank and if your team won or not. So, like, if you just join a team and then not play, you only get, like, 2 or 3 if your team loses. But if you win, you still only get, like, 4 or 5. As opposed to, like, if you reach max rank, you're getting, like, 20 if your team wins, but, like, 18 if your team loses. It's pretty balanced. It rewards you more for playing. Oh, good. Here we go. Alright, so it's all of my team versus 2 people from Team Grass and 2 people from Team Fire. They can technically splat each other, but they're not going to. They're absolutely going to just go for us. We have to have more ink than both other teams. And this will get me a badge if I win, because there's a badge for winning one as an attacker and winning one as a defender. I have the attacker one from the last Splatfest, but I don't have the attacker one. It seems like it's balanced in the attacking team's favor, but it quickly gets to be overwhelming. Especially if the other 2 teams cooperate and not immediately take each other out. Right. They get an Ultra Signal, that means there's essentially a permanent sprinkler on the field, which drastically increases a team's chances of winning. Oh, they got both of them. Alright. I'm gonna have to make a Hail Mary play here and try to go for their side. Ooh, there's some lag here. That guy definitely did not die quickly. We could also try going for green and try to, like, lock them out. Because, again, as long as we have the most, it doesn't matter if one team has a large portion. But now they're kind of just ganging up on us. Again, these matches are very heavily skewed towards the enemy. Or rather, the attacking team. The defending team is at a huge disadvantage. It's extremely hard to win these. Damn. The scoring is weighted though, so like even though orange won, green is considered the winner as well, but they get less points than orange winning. So there is a competitive side to the defending side as well, because you could kill the other team and just try to go for space on their end. But yeah, winning those as the defenders is extremely hard. It's definitely not balanced properly. And they don't happen often, too, which is also the other problem. People want them to happen more often. Essentially, there's all sorts of problems with it. They want them to happen more often, and they want them to be easier for the defenders to win. Yeah, see? You could see that they get like a lower victory on there. I believe it gives them, like, slightly less points towards their team winning. And yeah, that's that in a nutshell. My Splat tag does have the defender badge on it, or the attacker badge, which means I won a match as an attacking team. And yeah, that's pretty much how it boils down. At the end, they weight pro, tricolor, and open matches. And then whoever's won the most wins. It's definitely a neat way of shaking it up from the last two games, but it could definitely use a little work. It definitely needs some balance tweaks in Season 2, which will be starting, presumably December 1st. Because that's when the current catalog season ends. Unless they're gonna, like, end it and you just don't have a catalog for 2 days or something. But I think once December hits, I'm gonna be changing up how I play the game. As in, I won't be playing it as much, but I'll probably be playing more pro matches and, Salmon Run. Though, to be fair, when it first starts, I'm not gonna be playing it at all, because if it starts December 1st, I'm gonna be on vacation. You saw that was there. Why would you walk right into that? I believe that guy... I believe if you have that symbol over your head, it means you're like rank S or something in pro. I'm not sure. Or it means you have a maxed out weapon. I don't quite understand how it works. Yeah, they kind of... SOL on this match. Again, every Splatoon game has had this issue. Whenever I play in a Splatfest, you always seem to lose more matches than you win. And I definitely think there's some balance thing with matchmaking in this that really starts pressing people of similar skill levels together, which is probably why we lose so often, because one or more people on your team will be like below average, and then you might be up against a team with like all like the same level. Because I'm level 31 in this game, which is... Level 30 is when you stop unlocking stuff, so it's pretty much like, at that point, you're kind of like, okay, you're a veteran at this game. So I'm definitely not being stuck with newbies. Oh, I'm playing like one right now, Jesus. I might change my weapon up a bit. Okay, I'm doing really bad. Actually, no, I'm not really doing bad. I've painted over 1,000 points. I mean, in terms of ground covered, I covered a lot of damn ground. Dabbers. I took the dab off. I don't really like the default victory pose with the hat on, though, because then I stick my finger through it. Alright, let's change this to... I have to pull this up, because all my favorites are, like... Because I, like, played every single weapon of a type in a row. So in Splatoon 2, it turns out cats aren't the last mammals in the world. Nope, they are not. Let's do the reflux. Which is called the lactase, I think, in Japanese. Because the thing on the end of it, if you look, it's actually like a thing of yogurt with, like, a piece of foil on it. Yeah, this thing builds up special extremely quickly, even after the nerf, and it has Tentamissiles, which is one of the few weapons to have that. Yes, in the main story mode, and again, if people haven't seen this, it's going to be spoilers, Mr. Grizz is the final boss, the guy who runs Salmon Run Variety Syndicate. Juan, Arb, Zach, and Bradley. Oh god, those guys are going to be coordinated. Shit. I didn't know they were gonna throw another bomb. Ugh. Yeah, the other thing with open is that in open you could team up with friends. Like, you could set up a team to go into open. Pro, you cannot do that. Pro, you have to go in solo, and whoever you get to work with, you work with. I have 2 people focused on me, so that might be good. Oh, they're not inking their base. They're trying to, like, control the center. That's interesting. I was wondering why they were being put in danger so quickly. Doing shit. We had a couple good runs at the beginning, and now our team's just evolved back into tradition. Really, you can't, like, it's hard to win with tap shots. I don't know. That's close. They started inking their base at the end. I think we won? Yes, we did. There's a lot of debate about inking base or inking mid, which is funny because the Splatfest post I made is a bastardized quote from Pokemon Silver and Crystal, Gold and Silver and Crystal, about the weak Pokemon, strong Pokemon thing. But it's more about inking base and rushing mid, and how you should adjust your strategy accordingly. My strategy, at least in Splatoon 2, it's been less so in this game because of the fact that the weapon kit I used in Splatoon 2 doesn't exist in this one, which is the Clash Blaster Neo. My strategy in that game was to always try to rush mid as quickly as possible, try to get it under control until my teammates showed up, and then once I got splatted, I would start hitting I would start inking base while they were working on mid. Didn't always work, wasn't always the best strategy, but it was effective. Problem is, if too many other people on your team get that same idea, then you're just kind of like, everyone's going to be kind of twiddling their thumbs at some point. I hate when I go to, like, ink something and someone else just walks in behind me with a roller and starts getting it, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I feel like an asshole now because I'm wasting ink on that. Fisto Pop and Piccolo. You'll notice that those weapons all had, like, a sparkle on them. That means we've won a fair bit of matches with each of them. See, this weapon's more of a build special weapon at the start, because you can build it very quickly, and Tenta missiles are devastating in this game if they hit right. They actually nerfed this weapon midway through the season, which they didn't really do for anything else. Well, they did for a couple weapons, but they made this special cost, I think, 10 points more than it used to. Which, I mean, for this weapon, it's not a big deal. That's like 2 shots. Maybe. It's funny I've not used the bomb at all on this weapon, even though it's like one of my favorites. I love the curling bomb. It's not very good in competitive, but for turf war, it's very fun to use. That's a sniper. Oh, I thought that was a tracker for a second. It was being marked. Back up, back up. If you shoot Tenta missiles at only 1 or 2 targets, it shoots more missiles than usual at them. 3 or 4, it shoots the normal amount. And then, for some reason, in, like, single player, you could hit 5 targets at once, which is weird, because it's like, there's no situation that would ever happen normally, and we got wiped out. Cool. Sometimes I think about, like, the fact that I didn't have a Wii U, and I couldn't play Splatoon 1. I legitimately get upset, because I would have put so much time into Splatoon 1 if I had a Wii U. Because back then, when it came out, I had nothing but time, and this game would have kicked ass for me back then. I mean, even when Splatoon 2 came out, I didn't have a job yet, so I was just playing it constantly, and it was really fun. Fuck. Okay, I can't be aggressive with this weapon. Wow, we went from having the enemy on the ropes to now being on the ropes ourselves. That sucks. That's just squandered, and that's partially my own fault, so... Squandered. Okay. As much as I don't want to leave the team, I don't want to, bother grinding for another sub on that. So I'm gonna back out. Roll the dice on the C thing. I have 2 conch shells. This is gonna be garbage. Nope, never mind. Locker decorations. I'm okay with locker decorations. I just don't want any food tickets, because I have enough of those. This is gonna be a title, maybe. Beloved Samurai. Ooh, I like that. Those are good titles. Are they gone? Yeah, they are. Okay. Wait, does this not have... Oh, no, it doesn't. I just realized this doesn't have the missiles. I was wondering why they weren't exploding. Yeah, even fully charged, that is not a one-hit. I think if you do vertically it is, but... Yeah. Oh no, okay, it is a one-hit, if they all hit, but it's very... You have to, like, all of them have to hit. Scrub. The reason I scrubbed this at 2 slots instead of 3 is because it's so imbalanced how quickly you get the EXP for it. Because it's like a regular piece of clothing. It's like 2,000, 8,000, and 14,000. So you need more than you need to get the first 2 slots to get the 3rd one. And considering you could scrub this for only 2,000 as opposed to 20,000, it's quicker to just get 2 and then scrub it. Like, you're losing a minuscule amount of money in doing that. Baby's asleep. Please Splatfest quietly. Yeah. The thing is, in Splatoon 2, it was like that at first, and then they balanced it after a while. They made it so that all 3 slots were like 8,000 each. So you would need a lot more to get the first slot, but then you would also need a lot less to get the last slot. And it would come out to 24,000 experience total. As opposed to this one, which is... well, it's still 24,000, but there was a lot more incentive to get all 3... Essentially, they nerfed it. There was a lot more incentive to get all 3 slots when they balanced it, because you needed the same amount of EXP. But because they went back to the old style, now it's actually more broken and easier and more cost-efficient to do it with 2. It's like I don't understand that at all, honestly. I had to do a pro match, but Let me take this weapon off. What other weapon can I play? I hated the nozzle noses at first, but after trying them out, like, after getting a license with the L3, I think I really like it. It does ink very quickly. But I'm not a huge fan of crab. Well, I guess crab tank's pretty good. Right, let's do a pro match, just so I can get some clout in it. Then I'll go back to standard for the rest of the stream, which will be about another 40 minutes. Sorry, 50 minutes. We're gonna end this at pretty much exactly 12:30. Well, not exactly, probably a couple minutes before. Ooh, we have someone on our team who's already at max rank, +2. Scoot! Again, having to mash the button for this is weird because it's not a melee weapon of any sort, but it's definitely good. Gotta be careful. I keep forgetting that Booyah Bomb gives you armor while you're charging it. That's actually the only ink armor in this game. The regular ink armor move got removed. In fact, I didn't even realize it, but Splashdown isn't actually in the main game either. It's only in those single-player stages. They completely got rid of Splashdown in single-player. Or in multiplayer. Which is funny that there's like a stage based around it in single-player. They're like, oh hey, you could use unlimited Splashdowns in this stage. It's like, but it's only a single-player move now. Which is also funny because it's also the Hero Shot's basic special, but in the main game, the Hero Shot replica has the same special as the Splatter Shot. It's literally just a Splatter Shot with a different design. That monument, that sculpture right here, this thing, that does count as inkable territory. A lot of people forget that that does count as points for your team. Because it is a flat surface. Wow, someone was over there. I didn't realize it. I hit someone when I shot over there. And of course we're losing because, God forbid, I win a pro match. The same thing happens when I play pro modes, like the actual pro multiplayer modes. We never win. And I don't think it's my own fault. I think I just get stuck on shitty teams. That was my fault, though. Cool. Well, we lost. It's such a bummer, too. Like, it's such a bummer to try the mode out and be like, okay, well, I lost my first match and I got decimated, so clearly I'm not made for this. Even though there's literally nothing different from this in the main mode. Other than the fact that all that effort I just put in got wasted, because I get nothing. I get like a consolation, like EXP, yeah. But you get 0 clout if you don't win pro, which is like, to me, it's like so dumb. Like, why is that a mode then? What's the point? Just have the basic mode be the only one and build a better infrastructure around it. Or better yet, make the Tricolor battles more common then. I know, that's me complaining, though. Like, I know that people, like, you know, because the actual pro modes aren't available during Splatfest, so I'm sure that's where all the pro mode players go. And that's why you get this higher level play in it. I don't know, though. It's just something about it. Also, you'll notice in this mode, I don't think you stick with the same team. Regardless of if you choose to or not. You just stay in the same mode. Yeah, this thing has pretty good range on it, the L3. The H3 hits harder, but it fires a lot slower, and I'm not a fan of it. Really got to know when to fall back in this game. That's kind of one of my main issues. Like, I try too hard to push forward, and I don't think to fall back and not get splatted and lose time. Yeah. Oh, we have some ground there we didn't cover yet. Wipe out! Yes! Oh my god, we're doing so good. We just have to not choke now. Ooh. That annoys other people. That annoys me when people do that a lot, but, like, man, you really gotta, like, mash to make sure you're getting out there the first frame possible. It sucks. Eee, almost got splatted there with that. Fizzy bomb. Okay, we're safe. We won. Nice. That was a pretty good win. That was my last buff too, so I gotta put a new one on now. Yeah, there's no multipliers or anything in this mode, it's just pure wins. Pure wins are the only clout you get in this. But I'm not gonna be sticking with that mode, I'm gonna switch back to an open, so I can try to get another Tricolor match. Alright. I want to use... I could use more weapon experience to level up and get chunks quicker. I don't need these anymore. Now that I'm level 30, there's like no point in leveling up anymore, because all it does is it gives you more Sheldon licenses, which I already have 36 of at this point, and there's no new weapons to buy left, so these are pointless now. This will get me 50% more cash. This will get my whole team 100% more cash. Which I guess this is the best time to use it. They say save these for pro mode, but I guess Splatfests are a good use of them too. And honestly, money's probably the one thing I have the most use of now. Yeah, for some reason they put the option here for with friends Splatfest Battle Pro, but it's just not available. But you can do it with friends for the open, and then private battles are still available. Cool. Just throw everyone a like on their shit. Did I change my locker at all since last night? Actually, before I get back into this, because this is gonna be the last push here. It's gonna be the last, like, this last 40 minutes or so is gonna be like the last set of things I've done. Yeah, I think I showed this off last night. I don't think I changed anything. Maybe, did my friend's lockers finally load back in? Invisible? Yes, Yoshi Emblem is my friend. Danny. Japanese friend. That's a cool shrine. I like that. It's got like or a cool locker. It's got a shrine in it. Flotty. Sasha. Toucan T. They're a very good artist. I'm Bad Suri. I don't know who that is, but they're on my friends list. I see them all the time. And I'm just like, no, don't call yourself bad. There's the holograms right there. What badges do I have on here? 50 Turf War wins. Tricolor Turf War win attacker. And then there's Defender as well. Catalog, level 50 and 100. Ruler of Splatfest, which means I just got the highest rank. Spend 100,000 at Hotlantis. Ordered 10 concessions. And then this is all story mode stuff. And then also collected 90 table turf cards. I haven't played table turf in a while. I might put a little time into doing that at some point. So my sticks haven't drifted again, that's good. This week coming up. So tomorrow's gonna be a little weird. Stream probably at normal time, but also I think it's at 8, or is it at 9? I have to look. I mentioned this before already, but 8 p.m. Okay. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, it's Tricolor. Nice. Was not looking. Come on, B. Yeah. Bad latency, Avery Reed Kin. We stand. We stand and kin. Oh no! Oh, they stalled. Yeah, no one's gonna stop them, huh? Now, if the other team gets the other Ultra Signal, it might make it a little easier, because then... Shit. Because then, at the very least, both teams will have it evenly, as opposed to one team being at a huge advantage. shit. That was a bad idea. Oh, no. Shit. You really cannot let your guard down in this mode for a second, because it's like... you could so easily get overtaken. I think we might have this. We might have this. I don't think we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna win. I think we got it. I think we got it. Wait, no. I don't think we got it. Wait, no, wait, maybe we did. We did! Oh, dang. That was close. It looked like they had a ton in the middle, but we had both of the edges, so... that was more than enough. Green was close to taking it, though. Yeah, you get way more points for winning a Tricolor as a defender than a normal match. That was 3,000 points for winning that. And I got my my defender badge, which is great because that's absolutely harder to get than the attacker badge. I might put both of them on. Just be like, yeah, I'm cool. I've been on both sides of the war and won. I still can't believe I'm actually using the nozzle nose. I hated it so much in Splatoon 2. Just because I was like, I don't want to button mash. And then I would proceed to go and use rollers, which is... well, I guess you do hold that one down to run, so... whatever. Now, if I could win a 100 or 333 times battle before 12:30, that'd be cool. Oh, there's a shield there. When's the stuff I watch on TV? The block starts at 12, but right now, nothing's on before 12:30. I did manage to catch up on what I missed last week, even though the website no longer just automatically logs me in, which really sucks, because this has happened before. Because normally, when I want to watch stuff online, it requires, like, a cable thing. It'll be like, okay, you use Verizon? Alright, well, we'll just automatically check your connection through Wi-Fi and verify you. Now when I'm going to the site, it's asking me for a login for a service that I got 10 years ago that I never got a login for because I'm not the one who bought it. And as far as I can tell, we've never been given a login for it, like a residential login. So I had to, you know, find another way to watch it, which sucks, but... notice we didn't put them in danger, which means they probably are pushing on us from somewhere. That's stupid. It is stupid. I hate it. All because we have to make sure that me watching the show online gets it a view. I mean, like, it's important. It's important because it keeps the network in business. especially in a world where TV is rapidly becoming harder and harder to you know, stay profitable and running. I don't mind having to log in with my thing. The problem is, like, there's no way for... and we've had this problem before, the whole family. We've tried to get the login. There's like, no record of it anywhere. Like, Verizon didn't give us a login when we set this up. And if they did, they didn't write it... They didn't, like, give us a spot to, like, keep track of it. This might be close. Must be somewhere. We've looked all over, and I think we've tried contacting Verizon, and they just haven't been helpful. I don't know. Oh no, I think we won. I don't know what the threshold for danger is. I think if you're below 40% control at the end, or at any point, you're in danger. But like, clearly, there's a point at the beginning where it doesn't matter. Yeah, you only get 1,000 points for winning one of those. Definitely want to hit Ruler before the end. Even if it's not on stream, I'm going to do it off stream. Fun fact, the titles used to be gendered in Splatoon, at least in 2. I don't know if 1 had them like that, but you had a Fanboy and Fangirl, which is now just turned to Fan. And the max rank was either King or Queen, which is now Ruler. Which is nice, because, again, the game has definitely ditched the gender stuff heavily. Like, I'm using feminine clothes and a feminine hairstyle, but my Octoling is using the male model. But why male models? And you could tell because the eyes are slightly different. So it's really cool. Like, they really just gave you every customization option now, which is nice. Oh, we got another... Oh, God. Okay. Spheal. Oh, right, the other two people spawn on the other side. I'm like, why do I only see one other person here with me? So there's actually 4 spawn points. Spheal, someone on the other team. I got spatted by Spheal. Someone on Team Grass, ironically, is Spheal, named Spheal. Damn it! Got him a split second too late. Oh, they got both. Alright. Team Fire's probably going to win this now because of that. The thing is, the two attacking teams never, like, get competitive with each other. Even though you can. You can, if you're on Team Grass right now, you could still splat someone on Team Fire. It never happens. Because honestly, it's worth more for the two teams to cooperate and have one team get less points than it is to have both teams compete. Because then you just open the door for the middle team to just plow through. That, and considering that, like, they're on the opposite ends of the field, it's just, like, so much less common that you'd run into them before you run into the defending team. instantly. Oh, is that your spiel? Damn it! Oh, it was Knut's feel. He couldn't give him a break. Oh! I tried my hardest there. Yeah, there's no shame losing the Tricolors. The fact that I won one is a miracle. Alright, it says danger. In Turf War if your team is behind in coverage by more than 100 points. In ranked if the enemy is currently holding the objective and making progress. And getting better score than you. I mean, you still get 1,000 points for that, so it's not as bad as, like, losing another match. You just don't get the bonuses. I don't think I've used a Spheal at all yet. Neither have I. Maybe that'll be something I use. I actually don't know if Spheal's going to be in the new game. I have kind of loosened up on looking at the leaks. Aside from a few things. Like, anything specific that requires me to look at screenshots, I'm like, I'm not looking at it. Another one? Oh, Jesus. Alright, Tax Evader is our target. Shit, dude. Whoa! Did two people fire those off? No, only one person on Team Grass has, Tenta missiles. And that's a Team Fire Tenta missile. Ah, give me a break. Grass is winning. Oh, there's someone camping up there. Doing good. We haven't lost a single ultra signal yet. Yeah. Hey Ephraim, how you doing? Great job on the run tonight. I was just talking about that earlier. Fuck. Oh my god, Grass is killing us even without an ultra signal. And they got one too now, shit. That's not good. If they get the second one, we're fucked. We're absolutely fucked if they get the second one. No! Roll to win. They didn't kill me, but they definitely wasted my special there, and that sucks. I don't care. Let Team Fire go for it. They're not winning. I think we won. The stuffed animals and you're all cropped out. Yeah, the camera space was very small. We may have won. We won by 0.1%. Oh my god. Good lord, this mode... This mode gives me a heart attack. This is not for people who like, don't want to just be bombarded from all sides every second. You're upset because Team Grass lost. Thank you. Yeah, I was telling people about your run earlier. What about Tricolor? Well, no, if Tricolor could get times 100, that'd be fucked up. I'm actually gonna stop pretty soon because I gotta make dinner. I started this early and this is a shorter stream, but I'm probably gonna raid Fastest Furs once I'm done. It was really fun. Oh my god, 3 in a row? Okay. Oh, Jesus, this is... I'm getting agita from this. Agita. Angina. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's agita. I gotta say, I'm loving how well I'm doing with the nozzle nose. It's just... I don't know why. I don't know how I went from hating this thing to, like, it being one of my best weapons. What are we doing? No one was there to defend. Oh my god, dude. So if you're an defending team, 6v bricked, 6 vaginas. If you're one of the offensive teams, the way grabbing the ultra signal works is it's like using the special flag in Smash Brothers. You have to hold it up above you for a certain amount of time, which means that you can't defend yourself at all. You could just get killed immediately. But your team also has to hold it for less time the next time they grab it. What they got? Wow. Really bombarding them, too. Alright. Let's go. Oh, I knew there was a third one and I walked around anyway. This is tight. We're in the lead, but we're gonna lose it immediately. Oh wow, we got 3 people down. That's not good. Yeah, we're kind of SOL here. That said, we're getting a lot of overlap. Well, no, but Team Fire's kind of dominating now. I was gonna say, we're getting a lot of overlap where the other 2 teams are covering each other, so... Again, though, the thing is, they're gonna be smart. Even though they are competing with each other, they're not gonna want to make the other offensive team lose, because they'll still get points if they get second. Yeah, now we lost. Orange took it pretty handily there. Grass almost won, though. They almost took it. Well, they almost took first. I mean, they still won. That's kind of neither here nor there. Alright, we'll keep going. I'm ready for like a fun battle, like a times 100. Let me do one of the times 333s and let me win it. Make me Splatoon famous, please. If you win a times 100, or actually even if, times 10. But if you win any of the times battles, you get like a little shout out somewhere. I don't know where though in this game. It's not in the same place as it was in the previous game, or maybe it is. I haven't checked the board. Vapor sad. Joke's on you, my special was finished. Baby is sleeping. Please Splatfest quietly. I still love that. That's a great message. Hold on, I have to go to the bathroom. Pause the stream. I love when streamers react to that message. Ah, that was the worst place to open that. Oh my god. Yeah. Wrecked. Oh, we're all shooters, too. Maybe I'll change my weapon one more time after this match, and we'll do like 2 or 3 more. That might be all we have time for, because it takes, 3 matches, takes 9 minutes, and I need to stop in less than 10, or less than 12, so if we're lucky, maybe 2 more matches. Plus, there's a wait time between matches. I will admit, the wait time between matches in this game is still better than 2's. It could still be improved, but it's not... Oh, God, you were following that. Damn it. My own technique used against me. It's close, but we didn't win. Never mind, it wasn't close at all. We lost by 10%. I'm a genius! Oh no! Yep, exactly. You know what? I'll just do one more, because one more match and I get enough to, get another ability and then I could scrub it. So we'll do one more, and then I'll stop and I'll finish up, talk for a minute, and then we'll get out of here. Team Grass, Hooferdoofen, Sa, or Say. Actually, no, that's Sa, I believe. Yeah, S-A. G-Max is on Team Water. Now you're gambling? Am I? Wait, what do you mean? I was hoping this last one would be a times one, but whatever. If I get a times 100 or 333 off stream, I will absolutely be capturing the results of that. One more, just one more. Now who's that sound? Oh, like Vinny, yeah. No, but I'm also not doing that as a, like, I'm losing badly and I need to just win one more. No, this is the last one, regardless of whether I win or lose. Just because I don't want to gamble with time here. Because I did that last week, and then Verizon fucked me. Really? I'm setting up shop in my own fucking base? This is looking like a shit show here. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to have time for another match if I want to end this after this one. This isn't going to end until 12:25. Damn it! Of course, they put me up against a set of pros in the final match. Yeah, don't mistake my one more with Vinny's one more. Because if it were up to me, I would be doing like 2 or 3 more right now. But, you know, you do what you can. So 20 more? I wish. I mean, I'll be doing them off stream. I just want to make sure I'm done so I'm able to watch TV. Could be either way. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow. Wrecked. Hey, I ended on a win. I'm fine. I'm happy with that. Perfect. Nice. Alright. Let's cash in our seashells, or 1 seashell, excuse me. Purple? Titles? Nope, double EXP. Ugh. It's like not... Those EXP tickets are useless once you hit level 30. There's no point to leveling up anymore. Unless they add in something later that's going to require like 30 or 35 or 40. Alright, there we go. Scrubbed. What'd I get here? Oh, my badge, yeah. This is way more impressive than 50 wins. Yeah, I like that. Keep it like that. Multiplying Moon, Michael Macaw. Ooh, I'm almost at the level where I could get a thing. So this is a backup catalog that you get once you fill your main one. And all it does is it gives you a mystery box every 10 levels. I don't know what's in it, but I'm going to unlock it very soon. Does this shows who won like a 10 times match, right? Or maybe not. The other game had like this screen would show you like, oh, this team won a 10 times or 100 times battle, but I don't know where they display that in this game. Oh well, whatever. Well, this has been fun. I don't know. I don't think I'll be tuning... Well, I mean, the results will happen at some point soon. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. So, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I will be on Shellshock Prime's Twitch channel. We'll be doing an episode of his podcast about Pokemon. And we'll be talking about that. Tomorrow night... Well, after that's done, I have to do something else. And then tomorrow night... What I might do is, I might log into Splatoon, just show the results off, get my stuff, do the dailies, and then be done with it. And then I'll finish Yuppie Psycho, finally. And then after Yuppie Psycho's done, from then until Thursday night, just Sonic. Sonic all week. It's going to be a super Sonic stream week. And we're going to hopefully beat the main story by the end of it. I don't think there's much in terms of post-game, so once it's beaten, anything extra I could just do on my own. But we'll try to get that done by Thursday. And then next Friday, I will be off work next Friday, and I do have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming in the mail. If it comes early, I'm hoping it does because it's GameStop and they usually deliver pretty early. I will stream Scarlet all day. Like, all day, and probably take a break and then come back and stream it again. Next weekend, I don't know what's going to happen yet, because next weekend... Because first off, I'm still sick with COVID. I'm probably not going to be free of it by next weekend, but we'll see what happens. And then after next week, once we start entering the Thanksgiving, beginning of December area, streams are going to be a little weird, because I've got stuff I've got to do, and I won't be around every day. But, yeah. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around the last couple days. If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/wildabandon. Plenty of people streaming there right now. I'm also going to raid Fastest Furs since they're currently doing their marathon, and it was pretty damn fun, what I've watched of it. Let's see. Fastest Furs. Yep. There we go. Let's get it going. Thank you for coming. You all have a great evening. I will see you tomorrow on Shellshock's channel, and then on my channel in the evening. Take care.